If you're tired of chasing women, then you need to hear this. Maybe as a man you're exhausted from always being the one who gives more, the one who texts first, the one who tries harder. This is exactly where you need to be. Because I'm about to flip the script on everything you've been told about dating. For years you've been fed the same tired advice. Chase her, impress her, win her over. But here's the truth, you've been playing the wrong game. Women are not drawn to men who chase them. Sure, they might let you hang around for a while, but deep down they don't respect it and they won't truly fall for you. What? Because chasing screams desperation. And desperation is the biggest attraction killer there is. Women are hardwired to be pulled toward men who have options, men who aren't begging for attention, men who carry themselves with quiet certainty instead of constantly seeking approval. The moment you start chasing, you've already surrendered your value. But what if you flipped the entire dynamic? What if, instead of you running after women, they were running after you? Imagine becoming the man who lingers in her thoughts long after you've left the room. The man she can't ignore, can't forget, can't stop wanting. And here's the best part. This isn't about games, tricks, or manipulation. It's about making small but powerful shifts in the way you think and the way you move. When you do, the energy changes. The chase reverses. And suddenly it's not you trying to earn her, it's her fighting to earn you. This is about transforming into the kind of man who doesn't need to beg for attention, because his presence alone commands it. A man who is calm, grounded, and so sure of himself that women naturally lean in without him lifting a finger. By the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly what it takes to make a woman want to pursue you, and it all comes back to Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's more powerful today than ever. Before I reveal the 10 secrets, we need to start with a shift in mindset. Right now, most men are drowning in terrible dating advice. You've probably been told to overcompensate, shower her with compliments, buy her gifts, text her good morning and good night like clockwork. And here's the truth, none of it works. Not for long. Because women don't fall for men who worship them. They fall for men who intrigue them. Here's the reality. Women are hardwired to be drawn to men who are strong, confident, and self-directed. Men who stay in control of their emotions. Men who are chasing their goals, not chasing after someone else's approval. When you center your entire life around her, when you smother her with attention, what you're really saying is, I have nothing better going on than you. And that's the quickest way to kill attraction. What women truly crave is a man who has purpose. A man who isn't desperate for validation but lives by his own standards. That's what makes her respect you. That's what makes her curious. And that's what makes her chase. In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop the endless cycle of chasing and instead become the man who flips the script. The man she works to impress, the man she doesn't want to lose. No cheesy pickup tactics. No fake, alpha male games. Just real, practical steps you can start using today to transform your mindset, your energy, and your results. So let's get into it, the 10 secrets to becoming the kind of man women can't help but chase. Secret number 1, control your emotions. It sounds simple, but this is where most men stumble. In today's world, emotional overreactions are everywhere. She doesn't text you back for a couple of hours and suddenly your mind starts racing. You replay every word you said, wondering if you messed up, and before long you're caught in a spiral of anxiety and frustration. That right there is the trap most men fall into. Here's the hard truth. Women lose interest fast when a man can't regulate his emotions. What? Because emotional instability feels unsafe. A man who's reactive, who blows up or crumbles at the smallest thing, gives off the energy of unpredictability, and unpredictability kills attraction. Women don't want chaos, they want steadiness. They want to know that no matter what happens, the man beside them will remain centered and grounded. Now let's be clear, this doesn't mean you turn into a stone wall, cold and unfeeling. It means you learn the art of balance. Real strength is the ability to feel everything without being ruled by it. When you show that you can stay calm under pressure, you communicate something powerful. I am in control of myself and my life. So, here's a practical tool you can start using immediately. The next time anger, jealousy, or anxiety starts creeping in, pause. Breathe deeply. And ask yourself one simple question. Will this matter a week from now? Almost always the answer will be no. That little reset keeps you from reacting impulsively and allows you to respond with clarity. Remember this: a man who stays composed commands respect. And respect is the cornerstone of attraction. Women will test your emotional stability, sometimes without even realizing it. If you can meet those tests with calm confidence, unaffected by the small things, you'll stand out. Because what you're showing her is something rare in men today: true self-control. Secret number 2, stand firm in your values. Nothing makes a man lose respect faster than abandoning his values just to keep a woman happy. The second you compromise who you are to please her, the attraction begins to fade. Why? Because women are drawn to men who have a backbone, men who stand for something. A man with a code. A man who knows exactly what he believes in and refuses to trade it for approval. Now, don't confuse this with being stubborn or unwilling to compromise in a relationship. This is about identity. About knowing your principles and living by them. Too many men sabotage themselves by giving up their passions and their goals just to hold on to a woman. They stop training, they slack on their ambitions, they put their dreams on pause, all in the name of making her happy. But here's the raw truth: a man without purpose is a man stripped of his power. And women don't chase powerless men. They chase men who are focused on growth, men who are committed to their mission in life whether she's part of it or not. The moment you abandon your path, you become less magnetic. Because when a man loses his fire, he loses his edge. And attraction dies. Here's what you should do. Write down your 5 non-negotiable values. These are the pillars you live by, whether it's your health, your career, your integrity, or your personal growth. These values aren't optional. They're the foundation of your identity. And when a woman sees you consistently living by them, she respects you. And respect always fuels desire. Remember, women don't want to become your entire world. They want to enter your world, a world that's already full, purposeful, and built on something real. That's what makes you irresistible. Not because you're trying to win her over, but because you've shown her you can't be swayed. You're not controlled by her moods or demands. You're a man who leads himself. When you live by your values, she won't just notice you, she'll chase you. Not because you bent for her approval, but because you became the kind of man she can't help but admire. Guys, before we dive deeper, if you're getting value from this, hit that like button so I know you're locked in. And make sure you subscribe for more unfiltered relationship truths. Secret number 3, stop craving validation. This is the trap that pulls more men down than anything else. The constant hunger for her approval. You want to know if she's into you. You want that heart emoji on your story, the instant reply to your text, the little signs that say, "I like you." But here's the cold reality. The harder you chase her validation, the faster she pulls away. Women have a sixth sense for neediness, and nothing suffocates attraction quicker than a man who can't feel good without her stamp of approval. Here's the truth you need to hear. You should never depend on a woman to validate you. Seeking validation screams insecurity, and insecurity is the biggest turnoff there is. Women are drawn to men who are already solid within themselves, men who don't need anyone to confirm their worth. The moment you're glued to your phone, waiting for her reply, or fishing for compliments just to feel wanted, you've handed her your power. And once you give away your power, the chase is over. Validation from her doesn't make you valuable. You do. If your confidence rises and falls based on whether she texts you back, what does that say about how much you truly value yourself? Women don't chase men who crumble without them. They chase men who are perfectly fine standing tall on their own. Think of it like this. When you rely on her to make you feel good, you're basically telling her, "I don't believe in myself unless you say I should." That's not attractive. It's pressure. And no woman wants to carry that weight. The men who get ignored are the ones who post, text, and call just to get some reaction. The men who get chased are the ones who don't need it. So, here's the shift. Catch yourself when you start seeking her approval and stop. Instead, turn that energy inward. Ask yourself, what do I bring to the table? What do I respect about myself? What am I working to improve? When you begin validating yourself, she'll sense it. Your energy changes. Suddenly, it's no longer you waiting for her signal. It's her leaning in, wondering if she has your approval. This is how the dynamic flips. The man who knows his worth doesn't beg for it, he lives it. And that's exactly why women chase him. Because self-assuredness, independence, and inner strength are irresistible. When you stop seeking validation, you stop being the guy who needs her, and you become the guy she doesn't want to lose. Secret number 4, believe in your abilities. This one might sound simple, but it's a game changer. You have to believe in yourself. Too many men sabotage their own chances because they're stuck in self-doubt, second-guessing their every move, unsure of what they bring to the table. And here's the truth, if you don't believe in yourself, why should she? Confidence is contagious. When you carry yourself like a man who knows he's enough, people, especially women, start to feel it too. Now let's clear something up. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's not about puffing out your chest or pretending you're better than everyone else. Real confidence is quiet but unshakable. It's the awareness that you have value, that you bring something unique no matter your job, your status, or where you are in life. You could be a CEO, a musician, a teacher, or a guy still figuring out his path. What matters is that you know you're worthy right now as you are. Women aren't drawn to insecurity, they're drawn to certainty. They want a man who trusts his own path, who believes in himself even when the world throws challenges his way. But when you doubt yourself, it leaks out in your voice, in your body language, in the way you hesitate. And nothing kills attraction faster than insecurity. On the flip side, when you move with purpose, when you speak with conviction, when you act like you know you have value, people feel it. Women feel it. And it draws them in. This isn't about faking it, it's about finally owning your worth. Here's the real shift. When you truly trust yourself, you stop obsessing over whether she likes you. Instead, you start asking, do I like her? Does she fit into my life, my standards, my vision? That flips the script entirely. Suddenly, it's not you trying to prove you're good enough. It's her trying to prove she deserves a place in your world. So, how do you build this trust in yourself? Start acknowledging your wins. Stop brushing them off like they don't matter. Did you hit a fitness goal? Celebrate it. Land a job? Own it. Learn a new skill or push through a tough day. Give yourself credit. Every accomplishment, big or small, is proof that you can trust yourself to deliver. The more you recognize your wins, the stronger your confidence becomes. And the stronger your confidence becomes, the more magnetic you are. When you trust your abilities, women feel that energy instantly. They'll see that you don't need their approval, because you already know your worth. And that's the exact moment they'll start chasing you. Secret number 5, your choices matter. The 5th secret is all about decisiveness. Your choices carry weight, and nothing kills attraction faster than indecision. If every time she asks what you want to do your answer is, I don't care, whatever you want, you're draining her interest. Women are naturally drawn to men who make decisions with confidence. It signals strength, leadership, and the ability to take charge. Here's the truth, indecision is weakness, and weakness is a turnoff. Every time you step up and make a choice, no matter how small, you're showing her that you can handle life. And women want a man who can handle life. The decision doesn't have to be perfect. What matters is that you make one. This applies to the big things, like where the relationship is heading, as much as it does to the small stuff like picking a restaurant or choosing a movie. When you take the lead, you show her that you can be trusted with responsibility, and that trust creates attraction. Here's a simple tip. If she asks what you want to do, don't shrug and push it back on her. Pick something. Even if she doesn't fully agree, she'll respect you more for making a call than for staying passive. Respect fuels desire. Remember, she doesn't want to carry the burden of leading every decision. That's your role. Women don't chase men who sit back and wait. They chase men who step up, who know what they want, and who aren't afraid to act. So stop hesitating, stop second-guessing, and start making choices with purpose. Even if you get it wrong sometimes, decisiveness will always be more attractive than passivity. Secret number 6. Ask for favors. This one might sound strange at first, but it works like magic. Ask her for small favors. It's rooted in something called the Benjamin Franklin effect. The idea that people grow more connected to those they've helped. When you ask a woman for a little favor, like suggesting a book or giving her opinion on something, you're subtly inviting her to invest in you. And when someone invests, even in small ways, they feel closer. The key here is to keep it light and genuine. Don't ask her to do heavy lifting or chores. Instead, make it something that makes her feel valued and taps into her interests. If she loves reading, ask for a book recommendation. If she's into fashion, ask which shirt looks better. These small gestures let her know you respect her input and trust her perspective. And here's the twist. Asking for favors doesn't make you look weak. It shows strength. It signals that you're confident enough to ask for help without worrying about appearances. Too many men avoid this because they think it looks needy, but in reality, it shows maturity. It shows that you're secure enough to let someone contribute without being dependent on them. So next time, keep it simple. Ask for a restaurant recommendation, her opinion on a movie, or advice on a small decision. These little requests build a bridge of connection. Over time, that consistent investment makes her feel more involved in your world. Remember, it's not about manipulation. It's about creating genuine connection. A man who knows how to invite someone in, without overdoing it, is a man who becomes magnetic. Secret number 7. Engage in deep conversations. Skip the small talk. If you really want her to chase you, you have to connect on a deeper level. Women crave more than casual chatter. They want to feel understood, valued, and safe enough to open up without judgment. When you dive into meaningful conversations, sharing dreams, fears, and personal goals, you create a bond that goes far beyond surface-level attraction. Most men stay in the shallow end, sticking to safe topics like work, sports, or hobbies. But that doesn't build real connection. What draws her in is when you're willing to go deeper, talking about your values, your struggles, your ambitions. That's where vulnerability comes in. And vulnerability, when used with confidence, is a strength. It shows security, not weakness. The key is to guide the conversation toward meaning. Ask her what drives her, what challenges she's faced, or what she's most passionate about. And when she shares, don't just nod along, engage. Offer your perspective, share your experiences, and let her see you as someone who values substance over surface. Remember, deep conversations aren't about trying to impress her. They're about creating a space where both of you can be real. When you connect on this level, you stop being just another guy. You become the man who makes her feel truly seen. And that's the kind of connection she'll chase. Secret number 8. Effective communication is everything. Here's the truth, most men fail at it. They either hold back and never say what they really mean, or they swing the other way trying to dominate every conversation. Both approaches kill attraction. What women are drawn to is a man who can communicate clearly, confidently, and with respect. It's not about talking more or being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being direct, honest, and intentional with your words. If you can't express what you think or feel, you leave her guessing, and no woman wants to play mind reader. Vagueness, passivity, or over-the-top speeches designed to impress will never create real connection. Clarity will. When you talk to her, speak with calm confidence. Say what you want without hesitation, and if something bothers you, bring it up instead of burying it. Don't play games, don't twist words, and don't avoid hard conversations. She'll respect you far more for being upfront than for running from the truth. And remember, it's not just about what you say but how you say it. Listen actively. Engage fully. Show her that you actually care about her perspective, not just about waiting for your turn to talk. That balance of honesty and presence is rare, and when she sees it in you, she'll chase it. Secret number 9. Keep a sense of mystery. This is where most men slip up. They reveal everything about themselves too quickly. But here's the truth. Women are naturally curious, and curiosity fuels attraction. If you spill your entire life story on the first few dates, you rob her of the thrill of discovery. And without that intrigue, the chase dies. Women want to feel like there's always another layer to uncover. They enjoy the process of learning who you are piece by piece. When you make yourself too predictable, too easy to figure out, you lose that spark. Mystery creates pull. Makes her want more. Now, this doesn't mean you play games or hide important things. It simply means you pace yourself. Share enough to spark her interest, but not so much that she has nothing left to wonder about. If she asks about your past or your goals, give her a glimpse, just not the whole picture. Leave room for her imagination to work. A little restraint goes a long way. The man who reveals himself slowly is the man who stays intriguing. And an intriguing man is always chased. When she feels like there's more to discover, she'll keep coming back, eager to peel back the next layer. That's the quiet power of mystery. Secret number 10. Patience is power. The final secret is the one that ties everything together: patience. In a world where everyone is addicted to instant gratification, patience has become rare, and that's exactly why it's powerful. Most men rush. They text too much, push for commitment too soon, or try to speed up the process. But when you rush, you don't pull her in, you push her away. Women are drawn to men who can wait. Patience shows confidence. It tells her you're not desperate, that you trust the process, and that you know attraction takes time to grow. A man who can be patient proves he's in control of himself, and that kind of discipline is magnetic. The truth is, women don't like pressure. The harder you push, the less she wants to give. She needs space to think about you, to miss you, and to let her attraction build naturally. When you give her that space, she'll come to you on her own, and that's when she starts chasing. Patience isn't about playing games. It's not pretending to be unavailable. It's about showing that you're secure enough to let things unfold without forcing them. When you slow down, whether it's holding back on constant texting, waiting before planning the next step, or letting the relationship develop, you show her that you value quality over speed. And that's the real power. Women respect men who don't rush, men who know how to wait for the right moment. Patience is the quiet strength that separates you from the rest. It tells her you're not needy, you're not desperate, you're confident. And confidence is what keeps her chasing. These 10 secrets aren't quick tricks. They're principles. Principles that shape you into a man of purpose, confidence, and control. And when you embody them, you'll never need to chase again. She'll chase you, because you've become the man worth chasing. By putting these 10 secrets into practice, you won't just attract women, you'll earn respect from everyone around you. People will feel the shift in your presence. You'll no longer be the guy who blends into the background or gets overlooked. You'll be the man who carries himself with purpose, who knows his worth, and who naturally draws others in. But make no mistake, this isn't a quick fix. It takes effort, discipline, and a real commitment to growth. If you're chasing shortcuts, this isn't for you. But if you're ready to become the man you were meant to be, the kind of man women pursue and people admire, then these principles are your guide. Timeless, rooted in Stoic philosophy, proven by men throughout history. Now is your chance to take control of your life and relationships. Are you ready to step up? If you're done being overlooked, done chasing, and done settling, then it's time to act. Hit subscribe, join a community of men walking this same path, and start building the life you deserve. Don't just think about it, move. Every day you wait is another day lost. And don't stop there. Tap the notification bell so you never miss a video that could unlock your next breakthrough. We're here to guide you, but the first step is yours. This is your moment to stop playing small and step fully into your power. Embrace these Stoic principles, and watch how everything around you shifts, including women chasing you instead of the other way around. Thanks for watching.